UNCTAD or UNCTAD, that is the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Laban Onserio has been covering this for a while now. This is day 3. Laban, what's going on right now?
Yes, indeed, Trevor. We're coming to you live from the Kenyatta International Conference Center. The third day of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development happening right here in Nairobi, and I must say East Africa, for the first time in the history of the 14 sessions that have occurred right here of the UNCTAD. This is the first time that is actually happening in the region, and Kenya being the host. Of course, 3 days of deliberations are taking place right here at KICC, as Zainab Bondati, of course, alluded to the UNCTAD 101. What exactly transpires during this United Nations conference? It's really more about how countries can come together to deliberate on trade matters. And of course, being the third day, we expect that perhaps today should be group deliberations looking at how regional countries can come together. Of course, here you're looking at the least developed countries, of course, the developed world, and how they can assist the least developing countries. Now, there's been a keen focus on the least developing countries. Yesterday, Dr. Mukisa Kitu, the Secretary General of UNCTAD, alluded to the fact that we need to have more developed countries actually supporting these less developed countries by contributing about 0.7% of their annual budget to these countries. Of course, those deliberations will be looking towards how they go. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, of course, we'll be looking at the agenda, and of course, Thursday being Friday, looking at kind of a finalize. So yes, as you can see right behind me, the flags just represent the countries that are here, and of course, different deliberations that are going on. If I have to just give you a sense, Trevor, what exactly happens on this side, we have side events that are actually taking place. There is a World Investment Forum, there is a Youth Forum. As you can see behind me, there are delegates who are just breaking for their lunch session. We should be jumping in for the press briefing, just kind of to get a highlight of what are some of, kind of the update of what has been ongoing at this very moment. But just to give you a teaser, of course, after the bulletin, we're going to have my colleague Dan Mwangi kind of giving you an update also on the other side events that are taking place. That will be on NTV. And I'll also be able to cover for you a panel that will be looking at how do least development countries build their resilience. That's actually a keen focus that we'll be taking with the Minister of Trade from Liberia. We'll be also speaking to the Minister of Trade from Bangladesh. Of course, different experts giving their views and how African countries can also be brought to the table. Remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta has alluded that the African countries, it's come a time when the United Nations also needs to look at kind of a 50-50 basis, or what do African countries bring to the table, and not really matters to do with aid. So Trevor, I must say, a lot of content is being generated out of the Kenyatta International Conference Center. This is a highlight. I must say, we estimated about 5,000. We're also now getting that's now touching close to 10,000. Well, of course, we'll be seeing different delegates and what they're going to be discussing and looking across that. So matters trade, matters investment, of course, keep it here at NTV for more analysis on what is transpiring on these 14 sessions of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Trevor, it's back to you.
Right, thanks. That's Laban Onserio speaking to us live from the KICC. He's covering UNCTAD Day 3 and he's pretty excited about it. He'll be giving you more details on that.